You don't have to understand this yet, or perhaps you already do, because sometimes forgetting is remembering, and remembering is awakening. There was once a man who searched for the kingdom. They told him it was in the sky, and so he studied stars, mapped the heavens, traced the patterns of planets, but all he found was distance. And then they said it's in the sea. So he dived and drowned and surfaced and sank again, until he realized the fish had always been there before he arrived. What he couldn't find outside, he finally touched when he stopped looking, because the kingdom isn't hidden, it's simply not recognized. It's not in the furniture. It's in the now that you kept skipping over. The now that's always been inside and all around. And so I wonder, as you begin to wonder about wondering itself, have you ever noticed how the things you once sought already knew your name? You were taught to seek, and seeking is sacred. But the wise know that seeking must lead to troubling, and troubling must lead to transformation. And in transformation, astonishment awakens you. And in that awakening, you remember the light. The light that was never lost, only misnamed. So imagine now that everything you believed before was just the seed's shell, necessary, protective, temporary. But when it cracks, when it must crack, what's inside begins to live, and what's outside becomes irrelevant. That's how beliefs break, not from force, but from ripeness. The old shell cannot contain the new root. And just like that, you begin to notice that the roles you played, they were never you. That the names they gave you were never who you've been. That the labels only stuck because you stood still. But now you're moving, you're fluid, and the labels fall like dust. And the light, your light, shines through the cracks. When you see the light, you can't unsee it. Just as a mirror can't unreflect your face once the fog is gone. Now what happens when the inside becomes the outside, and the outside reflects the inner, and the upper bows to the lower, and duality dissolves? Some say you go mad, others say you enter the kingdom. The truth, you've already been there, but now you remember how to see it. The rules you followed, none were written in stone. The gates you stood before, they were never locked. There was never even a door, just a wall made of untested beliefs, waiting for a thought to walk through. So tell me now, if you were never broken, only asleep, what awakens when you stop pretending to be someone else? Because before you were named, before your story began, before you learned how to forget, you were. Not someone, but everything. The seed, the soil, the sun. And the silence between them. And now the silence speaks. And in that space, you begin to know. Not believe, but know. That the kingdom is not a place. It's a perception. It's not earned, it's revealed. And that the one you seek is the one who's always been watching through your eyes. The one who split wood and was there, who lifted the stone and saw themselves. The one who said, I'm the light, I'm all, I'm the remembering, and so you are. And if you wonder now how these words will echo, you don't need to try, because the unconscious has already heard them, long before the conscious caught up. You see, this teaching isn't in the words, it's in the space between them. It's in the resonance that stays after the sound fades. And that resonance is yours now. So just let it spread, let it settle, let it rewrite the code. And maybe, just maybe, you begin to live as though it were true, because it always was. The kingdom is within. Truth is revealed through direct inner knowing. You're divine by nature. Duality is an illusion. Beliefs are breakable, identity is fluid. Seeking leads to transformation. You already have the light. Metaphor, paradox and mystery for the highest forms of teaching. Your perception is your power. Self-knowledge leads to freedom. Awakening is remembering.